So if you play fantasy sports, you already draft players, you already read matchups, you track injuries, you're making decisions based on information. You're basically doing stock market research every week. You're just not getting paid like it. Sports prediction markets are one of the fastest growing corners of sports right now, and fantasy players are uniquely positioned to crush them. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how prediction markets work, no jargon, no confusion. Then you can decide if this is something you want in your arsenal. So here's the simplest way I could break it down. You know how a stock works, right? You buy shares of a company. If the company does well, your shares are worth more. If it tanks, you lose money. The price of that stock at any given moment is basically the market's collective opinion of what a company is worth. On a platform like Kalshi or Polymarket or Novig, you'll see a question: will the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? And instead of odds expressed as a money line, you'll see a price anywhere between 1 cent and 99 cents, representing the probability that that outcome happens. If a contract is priced at 60 cents, the market thinks there's a 60% chance that it happens. If it does happen, you get paid out $1 per contract. If it doesn't, you get zero. So if you buy a yes, Chiefs win contract at 60 cents and they do win, you just made 40 cents. You paid 60 cents, you make a 40-cent profit because you get $1 for that contract. That's your edge. That's your profit. Sound familiar? It should. It's basically the same math you're already doing in DFS. Now, here's where fantasy players especially need to pay attention, because this is the key difference. At a traditional sportsbook, you're betting against the house. The sportsbook sets the line, they juice it, that's called the VIG, and then they profit no matter what. When you get too sharp, they're going to limit you. You've probably heard those stories over and over. Prediction markets, however, are peer-to-peer. You're not betting against the house. There is no house. You're trading contracts with other people. Think of it more like eBay for sports outcomes. You set the price, someone takes you up on that price, and the platform just operates as the exchange. So that means a few things. One, the prices are set by the crowd, not a sportsbook risk management team. That creates inefficiencies, mispriced contracts within the market. Secondly, you can buy and sell before an outcome resolves. Just like a stock, if you buy a contract at 40 cents and the market moves to 65 cents before the game even ends, you can sell for a profit right there. You don't have to wait for the final outcome. Third, and perhaps most importantly, depending on the platform, there's typically no getting limited for winning. It's all peer-to-peer. The house isn't looking to ban you. They're getting their cut on every single transaction, but there's no reason for them to want you off of their platform. Let's break down some of the big players in the sports prediction market. So you've probably heard of Kalshi, maybe the biggest name right now in the zeitgeist. They're a federally regulated exchange based in the United States. They have a wide range of markets, including sports, politics, economics, pop culture. This is a good starting point if you want to use one of the more established platforms. Polymarket is right there with Kalshi. It operates on blockchain technology, which means contracts are settled automatically. It's been huge in the political world, starting to get into sports as well. Then we have Novig, which is among these prediction markets, the one most built specifically for sports. It functions more like a betting exchange where you can both back and lay different outcomes. Very sharp, user-friendly interface. All three of these work on the same fundamental idea. You're trading contracts on outcomes. You're not placing bets with a book. There is no house. So here's the part I really want you to understand. Most people trading on prediction markets come from either a finance background or maybe they're a political junkie. They're not steeped in sports data. They're not reading beat reporters. They're not tracking snap counts or monitoring injury reports on Rotowire at 4 p.m. on a Thursday. You are, and that's where your edge lies. The research habits you built playing fantasy sports, identifying undervalued players, spotting narrative-driven reactions, knowing when the public might be inflating a player or underrating a certain player, that translates almost directly to finding mispriced contracts in prediction markets. Think about it. It's basically the same research you would be doing for fantasy sports or for sports betting on a different platform. Let's say a player is suspended, a player is injured, and you see in the market, man, this is priced way too high for a team to make the playoffs or a team to win a given game. That's your edge. You already are thinking about this in the fantasy context. You're thinking about this in the sports betting contest. You could go take advantage of this over at the prediction markets. Importantly, these markets are still in their nascent stages. The competition isn't as sharp now as it will be 3-5 years from now. The window is still open for you to succeed. So that's the general overview. Prediction markets at their core are just this: trading on the probability of sports outcomes with real money against other people with the ability to buy and sell before things resolve. If you want to go deeper, how to actually read a contract, position sizing, which markets are the best to get into for sports, drop a comment below. We'll help you out there. And if you're already in the fantasy sports trenches doing the research, you're already halfway there. You already have a leg up on the competition. This is just a new arena to apply your expertise.